With the recent signing of Cristiano Ronaldo into the Premier League at Manchester United, I thought it might be a good idea just to see how other ex-Manchester United players might go should they decide that they get to have another chance back in the Premier League with Manchester United. So I've opened up FIFA and I'm just going to open up a new career mode. Got to do a little bit of team shuffling with the editing and the transfers and things like that. So this is the current Manchester United squad in 2021. So we've got Bruno Fernandes, David De Gea, Marcus Rashford. All we're doing here is we're just going to transfer them back to their previous clubs. I did a little bit of research just to see where they came from. So obviously had Cavani from PSG, Alex Telles, I believe, was at Shakhtar, Wan-Bissaka from Crystal Palace. So we're just kind of moving them out of the current squad to pave way for the new team that's going to come in, which is going to be consisted of all the ex-Manchester United players that are currently still in the game. So still moving quite through here. We're just going with Harry Maguire, who I believe was from Leicester. Donny van der Beek was from Ajax, who I believe Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has underutilised, but in his recent performances, he hasn't exactly been top quality. Okay, so that's a couple of people being removed. So all we're going to do now is we're going to make our first big signing, who, as you may have guessed, is the big man himself, Cristiano Ronaldo, recently just come over in real life from Juventus or Piemonte in FIFA, which is silly, but still. Search for a couple of other players like Di Maria, who used to play for us with Lukaku. Trying to search for Sanchez, not Sancho. So Alexis Sanchez playing for Inter Milan at the moment. Definitely didn't have the best season since his prime in Arsenal. Got Ashley Young coming over again with Inter. Chris Smalling in the Serie A. He's coming back. Just searching now for one of my favourite players in MLS, which is Chicharito. He's coming back in. Hopefully we're going to get some good goals with him. Antonio Valencia, he's coming back into the squad. Big old Danny Welbeck from Brighton is going to make his transfer return. Johnny Evans from Leicester, he's coming back to the back line. Tried searching for Evra, he's retired. Still got Nani going. Wilfried Zaha is coming in. I had him in Vikings for another thing there, so he's coming in now, but he plays Crystal Palace. Okay, so searching for... Who am I searching for? Let's try Ben Foster. He used to play for Manchester United. I'm searching for Lindegaard. I'm not even sure why. He's not very rated. I'm not going to search him in. He was a reserve keeper for a little while, along with Ben Amos back in the day, early 2000s sort of thing. So this is an interesting one. I'm trying to search for keepers here. Joel Pereira just struck me as someone as a bit younger. He might be a third keeper sort of thing. Raphael and, of course, his brother Fabio popped up there on the left and the right fullback positions. Got Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Henrik Mkhitaryan making their return. I'm getting pretty excited about this, looking at all these old players that used to play for us and no longer do. Obviously had Matteo Darmian before, got Falcao making his return, and Morgan Schneiderlin. So there's too many people in the squad. I've got to do a bit more of a cull. Sergio Romero's going. Juan Mata can go back to Chelsea. Eric Bailey. I wish I could keep him. I do rate Eric Bailey, but he's going back to Villarreal. Daniel James, who recently just signed for Leeds, so I may as well chuck him in there. Good old Phil Jonesy Jones. He can F the right off. He was from Blackburn before us, so that's where he's going. Brandon Williams, took me a little while to figure out where he came from, but he was actually in our youth academy, so I'm just chucked him into Norwich, along with Axel Twensby. So chucking them out, just making more room. I think the rest of our youth that kind of are still there but not really making first team, I've just chucked in as a free agent just to get them off the roster to make way for more of the ex-players. It's actually amazing how many ex-Manchester United players are still in the game. Sadly, if I did this a couple of years ago, it still would have Wayne Rooney sort of somewhere floating around the squad, which is disappointing. Adnan Januzaj, he makes his return. Shinji Kagawa as well. So that will be a nice addition. Joshua King was a cool one. Sort of did a bit of scoping. He's going to return back to Manchester United, along with Michael Keane, who came from Everton. Tom Heaton, he hasn't really been around in a little while, but he's coming back. McNeil, who was a great little addition. I can't wait to see what he does to the club. This one was an interesting one with Delhi. Brought him back. He's a Norwegian cam. He was only ever in the youth squad, but I'm going to give him a go. Angel Gomez as well. He's kind of been on and off on loan for a little while, but he's coming back in the squad. So there's the sort of base, what we got to work with. Trying to figure out what kind of system I want to play. And the starting 11, there's quite actually a lot of talent and highly rated players still in the game to choose from. So we're going with a 4-4-2 holding. Reason for that is Sir Alex Ferguson did sort of don this formation. He kind of wanted to make this one his kind of what he was known for. Most people think it was a 4-3-3. He kind of floated around a few different formations, but this was kind of the one that he made famous in his era, especially in Ronaldo's day. So we're just trying to sort of substitute the players in there that I think sort of fit Sir Alex's original system. So many players to choose from. I personally enjoy playing a bit more sort of counter-attacking football, really fast-paced. I want to have a couple of skillers in there. Big Lukaku's actually made a pretty good return since, he's developed well at Inter, so he's quite a good attacking threat in the game. So he's going to partner up with Ronaldo up top. Left mid, we're going to try and mimic that Giggsy sort of action with a little bit of flair. So we've got Wilfried Zaha out there to make some runs and darting crosses to the middle too. And then on the right, we've got Di Maria, who's actually acting where Ronaldo used to play, so he could cut in a lot on his left and his favoured left to get a few bangers in there. Trying to mimic the Scholesy sort of era with Ander Herrera in the middle. We want to try and have that really solidified so he can go kind of box to box. And then the back line is actually interesting because we're trying to have those fullbacks as attacking box-to-box fullbacks as well. So Rafael suits that system well, and also got Antonio Valencia on the right side. So see how that goes. So just playing around with the instructions and the tactics to try and keep everyone sort of where I need them to be, but also on the counter-attack have a really fast attacking build-up as we go. So just having the fullbacks on stay back while attacking, or it's just on a basic, but having overlapping runs. So should I do want to attack with them, they're just going to go around, leaving opportunity for Di Maria and Zaha to go on the inside to support the front strikers. So just sort of telling them to stay back, but definitely cut inside to get on their left and their right. So that's all I'm doing there with our wingers. And then when we move on to our strikers, we're just trying to hopefully maximise the effect of these two. So Ronaldo is obviously quite strong, quite fast, definitely strong in the air. So we want him to kind of float wide and then come back in. We want him to drop a little bit, actually. And then Lukaku, we want him to act almost as a false nine. So have his back to the body of defenders, back against him, so you can kind of take that one touch and feed Ronaldo or feed one of the wingers. So just playing around with the tactics on this one as well. And that should very well just be it. Making the captain, I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it as PK, as the game suggested, but I've got to make it Big Ron. Big Ron's got to be the captain in this one. So that's our squad. So just going to enjoy this montage of our lovely players here. This is who we got as our starting 11. really excited to use this squad, see how they go in the game FIFA 21. Just to finish off, we've got the classic big CR7 with his amazing free kick back in the day. So hopefully you enjoy this one. Stay tuned for the next couple of videos because we are going to be doing a series on this one, and you'll get to see how that goes moving forward. This is just episode 0 to establish the team. Episode 1 will be the first couple of games of the preseason friendly in the season. So stay tuned for that one. That will be the next video coming out, and hopefully you enjoy it. We'll see how the old boys do in today's current market and current team, current squads of the Premier League. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for that next one.